Good morning, good morning. Let me turn you up and back you up. Back you up. Good morning. Okay. Ooh, we got a random card. We got a random card. So, there we go. Oh, I don't know if you're working. It shows likes, but nobody on. So, that's weird. I'll back you up. All right. See what happens. See what happens. I need light. I need light. I need light. Good morning. Good morning from Israel. Good morning. Oh, that sucks. You know what? I think I'm going to sit in the corner over here and grab a different table. And grab a different table so you can see me. I guess it only makes more sense, right? Kind of only makes more sense for what we're doing. That way, the sun is not all up in my face. Let me do that. Saw that happening. That's better, right? A little bit. A little bit. That's better. Hi, Max. I guess that's a little better. That's a little better. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning from the Midwest. You guys just got slammed, huh? -22. Ugh. Ugh. I was talking to my aunt. She's in the Midwest. Good morning. Good morning. I feel like I gotta angle you better. If you're not like, there we go. That's better. Now I feel like I can see you. I don't know what's up with these blouses these days that have these little knots down there. I'm not liking it. But, oh, thanks, Amber. Much better, right? Yeah, I can see you. And now I'm having an effing hot flash. You guys having hot flashes? Because it's normally chilly down here. Holy shit. Rose, so I changed my number to end it, and guess who showed up at my house? Well, I don't know. Yo, Giovanni. That reminds me of that, the Gio, the perfume. Oh, is that for men? Gio. It's probably for both, right? How did I sleep? Lousy. I slept so lousy last night. Not a good night's rest. It's so hot in that room that I'm in, and like the boiler is right underneath me, so it was like, you know, it's fucking hot as shit in there. So, anyway, yeah, what were my dreams last night? There were so many of them. It was weird. It was weird. I got sicko mode in my head. I don't know if you guys are singing it. I don't know what is up with me and rap lately. I'm like being pulled to rap. And it's funny because I haven't in a long time. Because this era rap is not my style. But like, I don't know, my kids, like Lonnie will listen to rap. And I'm really liking what they're listening to. And I was like, oh geez, like, wow, this is new school rap and I'm liking it. I'm just surprised because not really this day and age, not really my style. But I don't know what it's all about. Just being pulled to different music and then it's staying in my head. Not to mention I just dropped so much money on that concert for my daughter. What concert is she going to see? It's in Connecticut. I need lotion before we start. Travis Scott. Holy shit. I just dropped like $800 on that shit for her and a friends. Well, it's part of like a birthday thing, you know what I mean? But I was like, holy shit. He must make some good money. He must make some good money at his concerts. Let me just tell you. They're like, oh, you don't know who that is? And I think that's sicko mode, right? Travis Scott? I think so. Because they always make fun of me because they swear. They swear like, it's your favorite song, Ma, it's your favorite song. And I was like, yeah, okay, children. So he gets good money. I think it was like $1.50. No, it was like $2.50 a ticket. I was like, you gotta be effing kidding me. Like, happy birthday. She's gonna be 21, so that was her birthday present. But I was like, damn. I remember going to see like Wu-Tang for like $50. You know, like what's going on here? So, anywho, I'm sure she'll have a blast. I was so picky. I was like, I'm picking out your seats. This is where you're sitting. This is who you're going with. This is where you're staying. You know? She was like, nah. I was like, you want me to buy the tickets or not? You know? So, where she's going to see it. Where they play ball. I don't know. There's one of those arenas. They play hockey there too. Made me feel a little better. It wasn't like, how about Salt and Pepper? I'd go see Salt and Pepper. Security, that type of stuff. It wasn't like a small venue. You know what I mean? Still makes me wary. Still makes me a little wary. But, and it's funny because the other day, Mia's 14. I forget who she was listening to. Oh, Little Yachty. She got me like in that Magic in the Hamptons song. My dad's like, I can't believe you let her listen to Swears. I've never, ever, ever once stopped my kids from listening to any type of music. Like, music is my soul, and whatever they vibe to, they vibe to. But she's got an assortment of music, you know, so my kids are very, it's so random what they listen to. She'll be listening to country one day, and then Caden, I've heard him listening to jazz, you know, so let them find their own vibe, you know. So if they were sticking to one thing, I introduced so many things though, because I'm like that too. Like for a solid week, it was all classic rock for me, and then I'll go to oldies, and lately, like I said, it's been rap. I don't know what that's all about. Bring me back. So, everything going good with that, Ramon? You haven't sent me any new tracks. Buddy. Send me something, okay? Send me something. April. That's a good release date. How's the weather? Good. We're supposed to get a storm tomorrow, though, like a mid-easter. I don't know if it will happen. Or a nor'easter. Sorry. It's New England, so I don't know. It's like 30 something out. Oh, that's cool, Kristen. Yeah, I got the talk in my mom's backyard lately too. So. Did I say concert in Seattle? No, she's not going to Seattle. Connecticut. Connecticut. That's because they sold out in Boston. I'm only like a half hour from Boston. So, she's going to Connecticut. And then Mia loves Travis Scott too. So as soon as she finds out that they're going, she's going to be like, oh, but I didn't want to sit through that concert. Like, I didn't. I want to go see Halsey. Should be fun in concert. Should be fun in concert. Today's what, the 11th? Ramon, if you come, make sure you hit me up. I'll show you around. It's not that big though, Ramon. It's really not. You can troop the whole city in it. Like, you can troop it twice in like a day. But I'll bring you to like some cool museums if you're down to go see museums. Yeah, I'd love to see Halsey in person. Yeah, I should have. Yeah. So if you come down, Ramon, just email me. Hit me up. I'll show you around. But you gotta troop. We're gonna troop it. We're not gonna take Ubers all day. We're gonna troop. Okay? Well, you all want to get together and collaborate. You know, let me know when you're going into the city, and I'll show you around. I'll take you to all the little historical places, and I'll even give you the tour. I'll even tell you what it's all about. You guys would have fun going into Salem, Mass, though, which is like in the other direction. But if you guys come, okay, just come in the spring, where it's nicer out, you know. Yep, put your sneakers on, put your kicks on. You be trooping, you be trooping. Don't hold your breath. It's probably gonna be a while. Well, I'll let you know if I come your way. You can show me around. All right. So we have a blank slate, which is fantastic. Okay. So, all right, deal. So today, I believe, is the 11th. Did we just go through that? Yeah, it's the 11th. All right. So it's a beautiful blank slate. It's black. It's a black blank slate. Good morning. Tell me about today. I'm good. How are you? Is today the new moon? No. That was last week. That was last week. Happy birthday to my aquas. Happy birthday to my water barriers. You guys stoked for Valentine's Day? You stoked? You ready? You ready? I'm gonna do like a Valentine's Day special, but we know it should be about. But I'm gonna give you the historical presentation of Valentine's Day. I'm not big on Valentine's Day either, but now that I read this, I'm so much more on what it's really about and why people give Valentines, and it's like a Greek thing. So yeah. No, I'll change your mind though. It's about loved ones, obviously. It's Valentine's Day, but I don't think people understand the history behind it. You know what I mean, jelly beans? So it's really about friends, family, children, you know, your loved ones, you know. But people like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, oh, it's Valentine's Day, do. And it's like, you have that one special day for that one special person on your anniversary, you know. So it's like, Valentine's Day is for way different. All right, but we Americanized it. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that we Americanized it? I'm not. So, anywho, you got a blank slate, but we got some sorrow here. But this is the end of the sorrow because it's a 9. Okay. I see the letter P. It's pretty prominent. And I'm feeling a sparrow. So if you guys are seeing sparrows a lot, it's like a sign for you. But I don't like this energy. Somebody's clinging on to the past. You know, so it's like you're doing it to yourself. It's you know, this is not what I wanted to read. Hold on, buttercups. I just like want to like bubble myself even more right now. I don't want this affecting me. I got a busy day. Okay. So when I see this, okay, it's like, let me get a few more and then I want to hold my crystal. Because I'm going down. That song's coming back again. So we got silence. Okay, so somebody blocked somebody. Somebody's not talking to somebody. Somebody thinks, you know, that they're just a burden. So this is pity. This is self-pity. This is lack of confidence. This is someone's being a little bit of a coward, because I can feel that too. And I don't ever take that word lightly, ever. Okay, so fucking all these cards are so like doom gloom. So we have an open void today, okay? But I feel like someone's going to get stuck in some sorrow, okay? Someone's going to get stuck. Someone's not going through the gate today, okay? Because you're stuck in this. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandy. That's way different though. If there's a death, that's way different. This is not a death, okay? It is not. For some, I instantly felt that right here. But we're clinging on to the past, somebody thinking they're a burden, not listening to the inner voice, being hung up. That's way different. Way different, okay? This is somebody clinging on to the past. This is somebody who probably got blocked or vice versa. But here's the thing here, okay? This is the thing that sucks, is because somebody thinks somebody's a burden, or this person who has sorrow is looking at them. If I open the lines of communication, it's a burden, or they're staying quiet because they think you're a burden. It's one or the other. So the universe legitimately hung this person up. Okay. So therefore, I'm telling you, this void is open. So if you don't change your perspective on what's happening right now, say you don't want to be with somebody, I'll put it this way. If you don't want to be with somebody, tell the universe, listen. Just give them direction. Okay, because you don't want to get sucked into this void, because this void is going to keep you hung up for a while. I'm talking a good 6 to 8 weeks, if not longer. And that is not cool. But I'm also seeing and feeling that some of you have no choice but to get hung up like this, because some of you have been clinging on, and this is not the death, okay? This is somebody legitimately clinging on to something they should not be clinging on to anymore. So there's that tower. Okay, so there's that. Tell me about this void. Someone that pops right out. Somebody does not want to compromise. Okay. Someone doesn't want to compromise here. So this is petty too. It's petty, okay? Because someone's being pested, okay? It's like this. It's like the universe is bugging somebody. So you know how like last week or the week before it was somebody's bugging because spirit's bugging, okay? This is spirit bugging someone to step out of the situation and to look at something differently and to start to compromise. But this sorrow is more petty because you got the Two of Wands reversed, not wanting this stuff forward. But tell me about sorrow. Sharing, because there's something you don't want to share. And there's a trust issue, okay? So it's like you don't want to give them your time. You don't want to trust the situation. This trust issue has to do with your own past, okay? You have somebody here who's very, very, very stubborn. Tell me about clinging to the past. Very stubborn. So either they're looking at you like you're a burden and that's why there's no silence, or they think they're too much of a burden, okay? So we got the world, and we got the world. Yeah, we are the world. But this is the world card too, okay? So what this is saying is with the not the Hierophant, with the Hangman right here, with the world, this is the end of that. But I don't think they've been listening to that inner voice. Tell me about inner voice, because they wouldn't have threw me all these cards. So we have a major trust issue. We have, and it's petty. So you're conscious. So it's like you're not, okay? Because you're not, if you were going within and listening to your inner voice, it would be your subconscious. It would be yourself. It would be your higher self. But your conscious is telling you, your conscious, it's like you have the inner knowing, but you're not listening to the voice of the divine. I just don't know who's burdening who, and that's why there's silence here. But somebody's got some major trust issues and some major compromising issues, okay? So, you know, if this is somebody you know, write them off. Write them off for a little while, because who's got time for that? You don't have time to cater to nobody's ass right now. No one. You don't cater to nobody who sits in this. Because this is something that's not getting learned. I'm not playing with you guys no more. Okay? So if somebody's got trust issues and they don't want to compromise, they are not ready for a grown-ass relationship. Fucking see you later. See you later, Gator. Go sit with the spoiled little rotten brats that you're used to dating, or you're used to somebody else changing your effing diaper. See you later. Okay? I am getting this off my board. So, there's that. Boy, bye. Girl, bye. Okay? So, no thank you. What if you've been married for over a decade? Then you guys need to work some things out. If you're in that type of marriage, you still need to work that out. And if you choose not to work that out, then separate. But if you're going to sit in that type of marriage and hope for the best without trying to talk about it, forget about it. It won't go in anyone's direction because you guys are not talking about it. You're not talking about it. You're holding it back. Okay? Took me a long time to realize that. My ex-husband, I caught him cheating 3 times. Each time I got pregnant. It was my own karma, and every time I fell for the whole, but we're having a baby, and yada, yada, yada. Okay? So, bye. You're not even talking, and if you're a widower, then that's way different, okay? But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about petty shit on my board. Somebody who wants to be catered to. Somebody who, throws shit in your face and doesn't want to trust. And until something is until you guys can hash it out and end something in that marriage or relationship and move forward and look at it differently, you'll never get over the betrayal. You'll never be able to trust like that. It's like slowly and surely, like that love just gets taken. Like there's no love there. If you love somebody like the way you want to love somebody and they don't love you that way back, there's no reciprocity. There's no point in having a relationship at that point. Okay? There's not. And I'll tell you right now, like, I'll never go back with him just because of our own stuff and not even cheating. People change, okay? I'm sure if we were ever to get back together, he would never, But it's not because he's changed. Time changes people. But what I see on my board, I'm not saying someone's gonna cheat or if there was even cheating involved. It was a shit ass scenario on my board. That type of scenario you don't cater to. And I will teach you, you don't cater to that shit. You don't cater until there's reciprocity, till you gotta have duality too, but you gotta nurture yourself, you gotta take care of yourself. If this other person doesn't want to talk, then this person doesn't want to talk. Okay? I did the whole breakups after the cheating. I did all that. And then that love drew me back. Those kids drew me back. My babies drew me back. He paid my bills. He supported the family. It was everything you can think of, and just wanting to make it work because my, certain things in my brain he was a soulmate, and but like, shame on me for it taking so long for me to realize, certain things. But that's the way I had to be anyway. But I'm just giving you examples. So it's like, I know what it's like to try to forgive somebody after they cheat. I know what it's like to go have a situation like that on my board and be able to put it into words for you guys. Okay? It wasn't easy. Okay? And then the last 8 years of our relationship there was no cheating, and it was great, and there was a little bit of growth. But the only thing that wasn't growth was there was no maturity on his end at that point, and I was growing and I was changing, and he wasn't, so that was it. It was just like, that's what broke us. Okay? And I will tell you, all the cheating and infidelity and things like that, and all the backlash and all the him turning shit around and putting it on me, you know what I mean? Like, it wrecked us. It wrecked us. Every time he fucked up, he turns around and it was like my fault. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what really broke us up. It wasn't even the infidelity. It was the stuff surrounding the infidelity. The lies. The manipulation. The twisting shit around. This person on my board doesn't know how to trust. If you can't go into a relationship and take a leap of faith, everyone has their own karma, and will it be hard to trust certain things in certain ways? Again, after something happened, yeah, because you're used to that repetitive energy, that flow. It's the flux. It happens because that's part of your karma. But you get to a certain point where you're steady and you're taking care of yourself, and you don't look at that petty shit like that no more. Like, that's so fucking petty. I could never have anybody around me like that again. I personally could not. I'd lose my shit. I'm not catering to bullshit. You have a grown-ass person on my board that can't trust, okay, that can't let go of the past, and it's too many things on the board where it's like, get the F out of here. Get out of here with your drama. Okay? But that's my opinion. I know everyone has trust issues, but if you're sitting here crying and you're like, well, cool. My back, I was buffering. So if you're really upset and you're crying, okay, it's your karma. You have to be able to trust again in order to be happy in your life. Am I still buffering? Am I? Okay. So my best advice for you would be to work on yourself. But that's if you're in that energy. If you're the one on the opposite end of the spectrum, it's different type of healing. But I'm just saying, if you're the one in that energy, go sit in the corner and have your glass of wine all by yourself. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Because it's a grown-ass adult that doesn't know how to step forward and own up to their own shit. So there's that. KK? KK. How do you trust when they keep repeating the same crap? You can't. Something has to completely crumble and end there, and time needs to be taken away, and you need to heal. That is the only way to come back from something like that. Okay. So let's see what else we got. And the thing is right there, there's a void. This person can walk through the gate of prosperity and abundance and happiness and smiling again and changing the whole entire life with that much universal help surrounding them. But this person is too focused on trust issues, is too focused. This person is not a grown-ass adult, because a grown-ass adult that would truly love somebody would not continue to sit in that. That's somebody who has not had enough growth on their end. And therefore, you walk away. And if there's love between two of you and that communication opens, and that person can own their own shit and be like, look, I got trust issues, I got this XYZ. And if you're talking about it and you're working on it, that's different. But that's not what was on my board. So there's different scenarios for different situations always. Okay? So if that person decides to talk to that person about it because there's love there, because every time I flip the cards, I'm seeing a certain thing, there's love there. Okay? So I feel like that person may think they're a burden, but that's their own pity. Okay? So I'm not going to come in, and I hope you wouldn't come in, or somebody comes at you like that, and you cater to that. Don't cater to that, because that relationship will never grow. Unless this person came in and spoke with their soul and told you the truth. Because it looks like someone's just holding themselves back. So I don't know if it's linked to yesterday's read. Okay, because this person, this last scenario, this person's energy that was on my board, how does this person feel about the other person? and it's the one that's being petty. Okay, so it's like you got a brand new gateway, but yet you're sucking on a fucking binky. Okay, fucking boo hoo. All right, so it's their soulmate. So that's the sad thing. See what I'm saying? That's the sad thing. Because they know that this person's their soulmate. They're dreaming about them. They're thinking about them. But it's like they're sitting in that energy. And if it has to do with a death, that's a whole nother story. Because somebody brought it up again. Please understand me. Whether a death occurred or not, in a certain situation, when somebody's holding on to trust issues and holding on to fucking boo-hoo fucking energy, you don't want that piss-ass energy presented to you. Period. Don't come knocking on my fucking door. Why do you want them knocking on your door? Comfort, low self-esteem. Fuck that shit. Okay? So yeah, they know exactly who you are. But yeah, see, now it's like now they want you to understand. So if this person actually comes in and owns up to their shit and tells you what type of shit is actually bothering them, then at that point, you guys have a chance. But until that line of communication opens and this person can own up and tell you what's happening, then no way would you cater to that shit. Tell me about understanding. So this person is going to want you to understand. So that's how I know there's a lot of love here. And I'm sure if you're a grown-ass adult, you would understand. But somebody's got to own up. Okay? It's that simple. Trust. So now they're going to want you to trust them. And they're driving their self fucking apeshit. Look at both these cards. It's like they're not ready to fly. They're not ready to fly. And they want you to trust them. So that means there happened to be some deceit with that situation. But I'm telling you, if you're that person that can let bygones be bygones and you don't do the whole petty shit, but this person should know you're not petty. See what I'm saying? So I feel like you guys are not on the same page anyway. Even though there's love there, I still feel like you're not on the same page. Why? Because there's no effing communication. So if this person comes in and communicates, maybe they did something to F with. Did that just fall out? No. Maybe they did something that, I don't know. It's not even that I saw cheating. I just used that for an example. Okay. So they're going to want you to trust them. So I don't know what they did. Okay. But it doesn't matter. If you're on the opposite end of the spectrum and you're choosing to trust, then go ahead. It looks like there's a connection here, but they're not. Here's the deal, though. They're not ready to fly. They're not ready to fly. You know, so it's an unfortunate situation. If you love somebody and your soul loves somebody, you tell them. No matter what type of fear, no matter what the situationship, life can be short. And that's kind of what Valentine's Day is all about. Okay. And that's how the whole note started. Okay. Because somebody was in jail. It was a whole Greek. I'm going to tell you the story, but I'll give you a quick thing. Somebody was in jail. Okay. A Greek god. And he was about to be hung. And there was a sick woman in jail too. Or he took care of her. I don't remember the whole story. But she played part, okay? And she was extremely, extremely sick. And he healed her. So right before it was his time, he did the healing. So she didn't pass away. And everybody the townspeople wrote notes after this person was hung, wrote notes And it was like the loving notes. Okay. So, and it was, and I think, was her name Valentine? Valentina? No, it was something like that. So it was for her addressed to him. Okay. Because they still took his life after he healed her. See what I'm saying? So that's how the whole note started. That's how the Valentine started. It was the whole thank you for that unconditional love at the end and all that stuff. There's so much more, and it's going through my whole head, and I don't want to tell the story right now. I'm gonna wait, and I'll tell it to you on Thursday. Okay. So it's like that sacrifice. So if there's that much love, you have to wait you have to wait until this person's ready to fly. This person is not ready yet. I just got so sidetracked with that whole story because I want to like tell the whole story. So it's like, it's messing me all up. Because it like wants me to start at the beginning and I jumped to the middle and then it took me to the beginning again. You know what I'm saying? But basically he ended up getting hung at the end anyway. He ended up dying. But he ended up saving this woman's life. And people wrote notes for saving her life because she was known like within the town or something. See what I'm saying? So it's that type of love. It's the sacrifice. It's that type of stuff. You know what I mean, jelly beans? So if there's that much love in this person, because look at this person. This person's dreaming about you. Look at the way this person wants to hold you. Yes, selflessness, but this person's not ready yet. No matter how strong that connection is, this person's just not ready. They're like, I don't know if he or she is gonna understand. I don't know if this person's gonna be able to trust me. Well, then there hasn't been enough growth. There hasn't been enough growth. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to get in a situation where there's no trust. Yeah, trust can get earned back. If the right type of conversation is had, the right type of communication, you guys will be good. Okay? But this person is just not ready to fly. No matter how divine, no matter the scenario, sometimes you just have to look at things like that and be like, okay. If somebody truly, truly loves you and they're not saying nothing, there's nothing you can do. So don't sit there in horrible energy or sorrow or any of that, because you should be living your life. You don't live your life by waiting. You know, you can always have hope, but you got to make sure you're even doing that right. It's tricky. It's tricky. So it's unfortunate because it's one of those love stories that I hope really comes in for you guys. I really do. For you guys' sake, I really hope this comes through for you. But this person is not taking opportunities. And if you ask me, when someone can love you like that and not express to the one they love, it is sad. It makes me sad. And so many people hold on to this because there's love. But this person is not ready to fly. You know, they're not. If they were, they'd be at your door. They'd be calling you. And it's incredibly sad when it's like one of those tragic love stories. So the only thing you can do is take care of yourself and move on. Because don't get stuck in somebody else's energy. That's bullshit. I think it's complete bullshit. And that's not me hurt. That's not me with anger. No. It's called maturity. It's called life lessons. It's called knowing how to be true to yourself. Okay? So, if you ask me, I wouldn't be waiting for this. If it gets presented to you, great. But this person is just not ready to fly. Okay? So, I'm gonna do a read for you guys in a little while, and people have been asking me to do certain reads for them on certain situations. I'll maybe try to get a couple of them in, and I'll let you know when they're ready, okay? So, a true love story is when, to me, is when there's been enough love, you have enough love for yourself, where you're strong, you're energetic, you know you're happy, you're your own best friends, you don't need nobody in your life, but you choose to be friends with who you're friends with, or you know what I'm saying, because you're just a happy being, and you're moving forward, and there's nothing slowing you down, and you have your ups and downs because of energy, which is completely normal. But to me, like, true love is like, is truly figuring out who you are. It'd be the most beautiful love story that you can possibly ever have. You know, it's where do you want to be? You know, what do you want to do? What makes you happy? Because when you start following those steps, love again, you're not afraid to take leaps of faith, you're not afraid to travel, you're not uproot what needs to be uprooted, you know, like it's stuff like that, okay? And then have your love story. And can it be hard to love and trust and do that all over again? Yeah, but try. You know, I'd rather love than not to, and sit around and being pruned the rest of my life because I'm scared of getting hurt, or I'm scared of going through the same emotion. You're still going to experience those type of emotions with different situations because it's part of your karma. The only true love story you can ever truly have that's pure will be between you and yourself. But if you get two people that come together when there's a lot of love, and you learn to compromise, and you can be open with each other, and conversate and be honest, and all that stuff, does it take some time? Yeah, but you got to be willing to take a leap of faith. Okay? If you're not willing to take a leap of faith, then you're not ready to be in a relationship. You're not ready to move forward. That means you're going to repeat the same lesson again. Boo. Boo. Who wants to do that? Not me. Not me. So, let's get another read. Max. Start taking care of yourself and watch what happens. Make sure you're doing the best for you. Hey. Best intentions, best thoughts. What's best for you and your children if you have children. But still, ultimately, come here. Ultimately, you still got to do what's best for you. Okay? So your children are happy. I can't. Should you cut the cords? Yeah, cut the cords. But there's no really cords there like that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You put those chords in your head. Readers put chords in your head. There's no fucking chords, guys. Learn to love yourself, and you'll be like, chords? What are fucking chords? Cut the chords. If you still think there's chords there, cut them. That there's no fucking chords. Your chords are your own brains keeping you back. Other people put things in your heads. When you're vulnerable and you're sad and you're upset and you're looking for answers and you just want to know the truth, and you want to know what the fucking truth is? Have a love story with yourself. Tell your own love story. Figure out who you are. I even forgot about chords. I'm not shitting you. I literally forgot about chords. Why? Because now I know the truth. You know what I mean? It's minds over matter. It truly is. And don't worry about manifesting. Don't worry about law of attraction. Don't worry about that. Worry about you. You. And you watch how drastically your life will shift. I literally forgot about chords. Seriously. Some people aren't going to can't handle my realness, guys. Okay? Sorry. And they're like, oh, just because you got there. I'm here to teach you how to get there. Since you guys started watching me, you should already kind of be there. And if you're not, you're pretty damn close. You're pretty damn close. I'll tell you that. If you've been with me from day one. Okay. There's a lot of things. And I will teach you to love. It's what I do. But I will teach you to love again after pain, after sorrow, after deceit. But it comes in steps. The best thing you can do for you right now is take care of yourself. The minute you start taking care of yourself, you're looking at your own problems, what's really happening, putting everything else aside and writing a list if you need to. And you probably won't like it because your body, your brain's going to tell you to run back, right back to comfort. Okay? Break the conditioning. The best type of love is self-love. Self-love. Okay? It truly is. Do yourself a favor and start taking care of you and watch how drastically your life shifts. Stop worrying about the outside world. Stop worrying about stuff you should not be worried about. Okay? So we have the hangman again. We have comparing, okay, and we have healing. So somebody is in the midst of healing. There's too much apples and oranges, okay? Which one tastes better? It doesn't, it's your preference. You know what I mean? Follow your soul. Sometimes you got to listen to your brain, and sometimes you need to listen to your mind, okay? Your chakras need to be cleaned. They need to be douched out, okay? There's healing that's taken place. Okay, so you can have that celebratory energy. That inner voice really wants to come out. And those were the same two cards that were placed in the last read. So it's like, I think somebody's really starting to listen to the inner voice. I think one of the problems here is that it's like this whole past life regression, okay? You're comparing other relationships to what a new relationship would be like or should be like, you know, and it's like, stop doing that. Stop saying it needs to go this way, it needs to go that way. There's boundaries, okay, but this is beyond boundaries. This is somebody who thinks certain relationships should go this way, and if you're that person that thinks a certain relationship should only go a certain way, you're not even ready to be in a relationship, okay? You're just not. Okay, so there's still some work to be done here, and nobody's perfect, guys. I still got work to do. Believe that. Don't think for 1 second that a certain scenario won't come into my life and I'll be like, there might be a split second, like, can I trust this situation? Yeah. Okay, because it's conditioning. It's who we are. It's karma, okay? But don't sit in it. You can't sit in that. You gotta take a leap of faith. If you're not willing to take a risk in life, then why the F are you here? It's all about taking leaps of faith and looking outside the box and going in certain directions, okay? Because we got one of them. And I honestly feel like this is my last life here, so it's like, fucking thank God. So am I a little more like wanting to make sure I'm doing things right? Yeah. You know, so it's turning in, you know. This is telling me some of you need to heal. You need to rest. If you don't know how to meditate and go within, just rest your brain, lay in bed. If you can afford to take a couple of days off of work, use some sick time, do some sick time, okay? Focus on you. I just said that. In order for you to get your happy, which is right next to it, in order for you to get this again, you have to take care of you. You have to. And if you choose not to, you will stay in the same energy. And you're going to stay in it, that cycle, for a few years. And that's not fun. You can change your karma, ladies and gents. Well, you can't really change your karma. You can work through your karma. You can change your fate. Okay? We're all put back on earth to face karma. So if you're dealing with the same situation with the same person, you've been dealing with it for too long, you're not figuring it out, things are not being worked on, things are not moving forward, they're not progressing, and at the end of the day, this person is just in your heart, and they're like your comfort, you feel like they're your safe zone. It's just a comfort thing because you haven't learned how to self-comfort, and that's truly one of the hardest things to do, is self-comfort. But once you get through that stage of self-comfort and you figure that part out, it's amazing. I don't even have my period and I keep getting zits. It's like, just come. Anybody, I'm so off topic here, and this is crazy, like I'm talking to my best friend. But I didn't get my period this month with the cycle. Like, every day I think it's coming. It usually comes around the first. It started effing up last month. Anybody else? I wonder if it has to do with, like, the transition. Like, all that stuff. Because it's never happened to me. So it's like, I get all the symptoms. I get the cramps. I want to eat chocolate. Salt. Breaking out. But I'm not getting my period. It's like they just took my period away. Yo, my cycle's definitely being changed, but it didn't even come last month. And now this month, it should have came days and days and days ago. And I'm bloated, like all the normal stuff. But no bleeding. Sorry, guys. Or girls who can't handle that. But like, I just want to know if I'm the only one that's going through that. I'm glad I'm not. I can't believe I talk about what I talk about. Whatever. I wouldn't be me if I didn't, right? I didn't even think twice to even talk about that. And yeah, no chance I'm pregnant. No more babies for me. But like, I'm telling you, like, that's an awakening, okay? Like, that's when your whole body shifts. Like, when I tell you I'm going through like an awakening and really rising up, I'm rising up. You know? I think it's a beautiful thing. I was just like, what the hell? Will you come already? I got all the symptoms, but nothing wants to come. And here's the twinsy card. All right. So you guys want that happy? You want that love of your life? You want to do things the right way when you get a second chance? Take care of you. Everybody that you thought would never return will return. If somebody's being held back because of their own ego or because, you know, oh, she was right or he was right, there's no growth there. Goodbye. Goodbye. You don't want that. You don't want it. You know what I mean, jelly beans? So take care of yourself. Somebody still doesn't know how to compromise. Well, somebody can't differentiate. Well, I'm not even going to attempt to say that again. Somebody can't, that word, differentiate, blah, 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 any whoozy, between this lifetime and another lifetime. Okay? And I mentioned that a few days ago when I talked about dreams, or did I mention that yesterday? It can be tough, but don't let your dreams overpower your decisions either, ladies and gents. Okay? So, we're still talking about our periods, huh? I really got you guys going. Huh? I happen to notice it. It's just, and the only reason why I honestly mentioned it, because I was doing this the other night, and like, I just wanted like a heating blanket. You know what I'm saying? So like, I saw it in my cards, and then I thought to myself, well, I didn't even think to myself, I just blurted it out because it's who I am. So, if that's what's happening to you guys, don't worry about it. Okay? We can get off the subject though, because some people might have a hard time with that. All right, so let's get out of this deck. And I'm going to throw a couple cards with... I'm just going to give you one card because I want to work on some videos. Yeah, you guys are probably, a lot of you are probably going through like downloads and stuff right now, which is beautiful. A lot of people don't even realize when they have a download. Okay, so don't panic and like, when's my time? Or, you know, something like that. I went from hot to effing cold. So don't panic, okay? You're getting your downloads if it's time for you to get your downloads. Wow, I just got really, really cold to the point where I gotta even take the hair off of my neck. Yeah. Holy shit. I'm like sweating cold right now. It's really weird what just happened. So, let me just pull your best advice. I don't think I'm going through menopause. It's called a transition. It's called an awakening. It's called getting in tune with the planets all over again. It's all that. It's normal. It's normal. I thought I just saw something on my face. So, let me get your best advice for today. Because you have to remember that there's a gateway that's open right now for you to change your life drastically. So if you choose to change your life, do it. If you choose not to, you're going to be sitting in that for quite some time. I know we all think we're special, okay? But we're only so special. All right? So, trust me, the universe don't listen to you when you have a pity party. So, you pulled the 5, okay? And it was the 5 too. So, it's that you need to listen to that divine wisdom, that spiritual power, your higher self, your inner voice. So, here's the deal. You're not. Or some of you are most definitely not when you should be. That's a problem. Okay? What up, Buttercup? That's a huge problem because the universe has already been talking to you. So it's like you already know the deal. So you're dealing with somebody's energy that's very, very stubborn, arrogant. But the universe is still giving this person a shot. So it's up to you whether or not you're going to walk through the door. Let the petty shit go. Start living your life. Start loving yourself. Okay? Your best advice for today is legitimately change. Listening to that voice that's telling you I'm in a no good situation, or I'm not moving and nothing's changing in my life. Well, you can take that change and you can have that change if you choose to. So this is somebody who's stubborn. That's too many. Okay. And if you ask me, you're being blessed, and some of you are choosing to be like, whatever. Okay. So you have the 6 of feathers and it's a transition, but you have that insight. See what I'm saying? Like the divine is like, step into the light. Go towards the sun. Show somebody that you grew up. Show somebody that you've changed. Prove to yourself that you can be a better person. Prove to yourself that you can do it. Don't prove to somebody else. It's time to fly. You got, look at all these, you only got 2, but it's these flying animals. It is time to effing fly. Somebody is just like, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. I don't have time for do-to-do, and neither should you. So if you're the whole do-to-do, okay, I feel like whoever's do-to-doing is sitting in a sandbox. Step your game up. Step your game up. You literally have an open void. It's the Page of Crystals, so it's a new idea. So if you're bored and you're sitting in a sandbox, start creating, start drawing. Look at the grains of salt and study the colors, study the sizes, think outside the box. Most people sit in a sandbox and they're like, oh, I'm getting sandy, or I got sand on my pants, and da-da-da-da. Why don't you pick the effing sand up and let it fall in between your fingers? Let it get stuck in a nail. You know what I'm saying? Like, really explore the sand. If you're going to sit in it, explore it. Because you're not changing, and you're going to stay stagnant. You'll always look at sand as just being sand. When you can take that sand, you could bring it home. You could color dye it. You could do arts and crafts with it. There's so much you can do with it, but yet it's like you're going to choose to sit in it and sink deeper and deeper. When they want you to look at something so little, like a grain of sand, in a different way. That can change your life drastically. So it's like, take that new adventure and do something, because the opportunity is right here. You know, somebody has an opportunity. This person that's been on my board for the last hour has an opportunity. It is not taken one. Maybe this person doesn't think they deserve a second chance, or maybe they think the other person doesn't deserve a second chance, but the universe is giving you a second chance. So if the universe is giving you a second chance, what does that tell you? Okay. So go after something. They're saying be triumphant. You know, be that person and march through. Okay. Fly. And he's looking right up at insight. He's looking right up at the dragonfly. Okay. Like he's saying to himself, man, I wish I could fly. But I'm just a ground animal. But I'm powerful. You know, but man, I wish I could fly. But it's like this person doesn't realize how powerful they are. I mean, this grown-ass person is looking at this tiny-ass insect as being way more powerful. And it's like, which can probably be the case in some circumstances, but the situation we're talking about, and I don't know why I'm going so deep metaphorically like this, but like, you can fly. All right? And it's like, you can be triumphant. You can be successful. You can be disciplined. You're already disciplined. Maybe you're too disciplined, where you need to be more light. You need to be more, it's like, this is one of these scenarios where you just want to grab someone's face ever so sweetly and just be like, I'm doing it wrong. I can't even shake my own head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to be like, not like legitimately wring somebody's neck, but like, you just want to be like, now give me a kiss. You know, it's one of those. You know, so it's like playful. But it's like somebody's taking something way too seriously. Someone's taking life way too seriously when you got an open door to go and have fun with life again. I don't like reading this type of energy, ladies and gents. I love you guys. I love you guys a whole bunch. But like, come on. Strength. Okay, so it's the courage, it's endurance, it's moving forward. It's that type of energy, okay? And it's the little baby elephant. And even this little baby elephant knows that they need the strength, okay? So it's like somebody just doesn't feel woman enough or manly enough. It's something like that. It's something bizarre. No, some of you guys are moving and some of you are not. It all depends on how you want to look at this read. Okay? If you're feeling extremely stuck, it has to do with you. Take somebody else out of the equation and push through. You know? So it's not everybody's scenario, but it is some people's scenario. Just waiting for something else to pop back up real quick. Bye. Go build your own. You got the Ace of Swords, okay? So go build a new foundation. It's that mental clarity. What this is telling me is that you're going to get that mental clarity once you take a new stat. And that new stat is basically just you going in a new direction. Just trying to look at you guys' comments, seeing where I can stick it into the read. This read is a tough one because, yeah, you guys can relate, but a lot of you are relating to a story that's not even yours because I can feel it. So you got to be able to tell the difference when I do a reading, okay? This is somebody who's stuck, who doesn't want to get out of energy, who doesn't want to take a new opportunity. And if they do, they don't have enough strength to do it, which tells me they're not ready to fly, okay? If you're not ready to fly, you're not ready to fly. It's not your time. You could be thinking this is somebody else's read that's close to you, which is a good chance, okay? But you don't know for sure. That's why it's so important on a day-to-day basis to take care of yourself. This reading, whatever I pull every day is for the collective. It's just the energy. You know? Like, I'm not in that energy. There's plenty of times where I can see my energy on the board. I'm not in that energy. Majority of you might not be in that energy. But I think a lot of you want to think to yourselves, well, it must be the other half, or it must be yada yada. But the thing is, you don't know for sure. So it's like, the moral of the message is don't make excuses for other people. Don't justify other people's karma, because it's not yours. Okay? Take care of you. And I'm sure, you know, it's a lot of, it's hard to leave. It's hard to, it's not easy to be brave. Okay. If this person was to open up and come forward and talk and break silence for this particular person's energy, that would show bravery. Okay. That person would be extremely brave. Whenever you have to show whenever you have to show strength, it's because you're getting past the weakness. And in order to do that, somebody has to be really brave. This person's not ready to be brave. This person does not have enough self-love. So if this person doesn't have enough self-love for themselves, how on earth are they going to be able to give you that type of love that you deserve? I just want you guys to have the love that you truly deserve, even if it's not with who you think it is. It's a thing. Trust me from my experience. I know these things. And I know my twin loves me, but does not want to do this, does not want to go down this path. And if he does and he's had a change of heart, then it's on him to talk to me about it. So the last thing I'm going to do is make excuses for somebody who's not in my life. Take care of you. You come first, always. As soon as you start taking care of you, it gets easier to make those tough decisions. But you grow and you realize it's not a loss. If you never had them, it's not a loss. What you had was an image. What you had is thoughts. What you had is people putting stuff in your head. Once you take care of you, your life can change drastically. And you won't be worried about this stuff that we're talking about anymore. You'll be able to truly recognize that somebody's not ready to take flight and still take care of yourself and know what you deserve. Self-love is extremely hard. But think about it. You guys are all sitting in sorrow. You're sitting in, not all of you, but having a bad day, or you're sitting in sorrow, or you're clinging on to the past, or you're doing X, Y, Z. You don't have to be doing that. You're already sad, so why not stay in that not stay in the no good energy, but it's like, if you're already having a hard time in life, okay, why not start learning how to self-love and self-comfort and go through that process instead of waiting for somebody to show back up in your life and then realize a year later or 6 months later that they're not, and then start the process. It's foolish. Why not start the process now? While you're already kind of feeling down in the dumps, already start the process. So that way it's less recovery time for you. And I know that from experience. My twin is extremely precious to me. Extremely. But until he comes in and tells me how he feels, I'm done assuming. I don't need to assume, I know. But that won't keep me holding on. I already forgot about those cords, remember? Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, you'll still be able to have that love. But you'll still be able to live your life in a completely different point of view. Looking at things completely differently. And don't think for 1 second that I don't think my other half is the most precious thing in the world, because I will hold him near and dear in my heart until the day I die. But it doesn't mean we need to be together. I love my kids until the day I die, near and dear to my heart. I'm not romantic with them. Okay? So if you need to put things in your head like that, then do what you need to do to work on you, because that void's open for everybody. So don't sit in that void. Walk through the void. And don't think for 1 second, once you start taking care of you, that right love won't come back around. And it stinks, because some of these twins know how much you love them, and they know that they can come back and you'll welcome them anytime. When there's been growth, you welcome back certain things. It doesn't mean you welcome back what they did, or welcome back repeating the same thing. You know, that's how you know. You just know when you take care of you. If something was to come back around, you'll know. You'll know what to do. Your soul will tell you. Your soul will lead you the right way. Okay. So I know it's a difficult journey, but I think what people forget, it's like, oh, I'm on a twin flame journey. No. You're on a self-discovering journey, is what it should be. Okay? Because when you're in a twin flame journey, you're discovering who you are. So go discover who you are. You don't need nobody else in your life to tell you who you are, to make you who you are. You do that. Nobody else does that for you. And if you're lucky enough to take that journey with a twin down the road, then you're still taking an individual journey. But you're lucky enough to do it together. So get the whole twin flame journey out of your head and start working on you. Because if you ever want that twin flame even back in your life, it will never happen until this growth. Never. And by then, you will make that decision whether or not you want that journey back in your life. Why can't you just have your twin as your bestest friend in the entire world? Why does everyone think their twin has to be their lover? Because you have all these readers that take advantage, some take advantage of somebody's vulnerability, somebody's situation. Okay? Stop being victim. You don't even realize you guys are victims. Don't be a victim. Don't get sucked into this shit. Stop working on you and watch how your life just shifts drastically. Watch the pain slowly dissipate. If your twin doesn't want to be friends and you tried, let them go. Why do you want to be friends with somebody who doesn't want to be friends with you? It took me a long time to realize some shit. Even if you know this person loves you, if this person is not ready to give you that love the way you need to be loved, then this is not your person. And I think so many people put in your head that this person will eventually come around because it's spiritual and it's karma. Yeah, but it doesn't mean this person's going to come around and stay and play that role in your life, because You don't know if your karma is to marry a soulmate. You don't know if your karma is to marry somebody else or remarry somebody you already married. Like, you just don't know until you go through that point of self-discovery to figure out who you are and what you want in life. And then from there, your soul, your mind, body, soul, it'll just guide you. Just guide you. So you want things to come back around. They always will. And there are going to be certain things that come back around that you don't even want to come back around. But they're going to come back around because you can't just wipe out your karma like that. Can you fix your karma? Yeah. Once you do that, you change your fate. Okay. Which is beautiful. So I'm going to do some readings for you guys. Apparently we have some deep, deep energy today. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple reads. I'm going to exchange the energy and find which one resonates with you. And purchase that one if you'd like, okay? They're going to be some deep reads. I wasn't expecting this. I knew I had to get some reads out for you guys because they've been coming to me in my dreams. I just wasn't expecting these deep reads today like this. What are you going to do? I guess it's heavy energy. And when they're deep like this, it's nice though because you get an insight on your story. Which is nice. Let me just pull you one card for today. For the collective. For the collective. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks, Mara. John, behave. I can come back and explain some things. I don't know what my reads would be on today. I'm sure they're going to be deep, okay, because it's just the energy we're in. We'll just kind of see what pops up, okay? I think I don't know what I think. Can I have one card today for the collective, please? Thank you, thank you. And you got the tree. I don't know what came out yet, but you got the tree of life. The tree of life at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is deep because it talks about things that are already rooted. It talks about things you should be rooting. It's the tree of life, guys. And for those who don't know the story, the hangman hangs himself on the tree of life, guys. If you don't know the story, please look into it. But the card you have for today, okay, is the Ten of Wands. So this, I'm going to actually, which is some deep, deep karmic shit that needs to be taken care of. Okay. But it's like, how many times, how many of you guys want to be sitting in this weight? Okay. Sometimes it's designed for us to sit in this weight. Okay. But it also talks about that Sag energy, and it also talks about pushing through this and looking at stuff differently too. And the Hangman's not even here, but it's like, you can get yourself out of this. Okay, so whomever has Sag and Saturn, it's going to be a heavy day for you, but it's okay. You're going to pull through. Okay. But this, it talks about, stuff that's already processed. So at a certain point, it talks about complications, obstacles, things that are weighing you down. But it says, stop being your own slave. Okay. Something has ran its course, and it's time for you to progress to something brand new. Okay. So this makes sense because that void is open, but yet you're sitting in it. So instead of walking through the void, you're fucking sitting in it. Please stop sitting in the void. Okay? So it's basically, go after your goals. Trick your mind if you need to trick your mind. All right? It's growth, but it's like a conviction that you're putting on yourself. Okay? So start thinking about bringing something to a close and letting something new, a new spark. So it's like they're giving you that Sagittarius spark too. So it's like uplifting at the same time, because a 10 is a 10. It's done. It ran its course at 9. Okay, so it's like this is something that ran its course a while ago, but yet you're still sitting in it. Okay, why? Because yeah, it's deep too, but like, you're holding on to something. You're holding on from something to the past. You're clinging to something, and it's time to move forward and go tell somebody how you feel. I mean, you got a lover here. That's a deep bond. All right, it's time to balance out the coin. Either somebody's left out in the cold, or you feel lonely. I don't know if you feel someone's gonna like cut you out, but like, it's part of your karma. If I can teach you guys anything, be so openly and honest about your feelings and where you want to go in life. And if you love somebody, you tell them you love them, and you do it, and you talk from your heart, from your soul. Don't let that fear ever hold you back from telling somebody how much you love them. Guys, I fell in love with my twin, and it was so random in how it happened, and it's so out of the blue. But do you know, I had to tell him that I fell in love with him through text message. Like, I didn't even have the opportunity to tell him how I felt about him through a conversation in real life. It's fucking sad that I was never able to tell my twin that I was truly in love with him, and to be able to explain how I felt and why I felt this way and how it happened. So I think it's a shame when you can love somebody so much and not give that other person an opportunity to tell their story. So if you take anything away from this reading, let bygones be bygones and worry about yourself. Okay? Because if I ever had that opportunity to tell my twin exactly how I felt, well, I wouldn't be here today, I guess, if I did. Okay, so I can't look at it like that. But I'm telling you guys, this is that situation where somebody's got love for somebody else. Guys, don't be sorry. It's my story. Don't pity me or my story. It taught me how to love myself, and it taught me how to grow. And now I'm here to mentor you. So don't you dare be sorry. Okay? But I'm telling you this because this is the situation that's on my board. That somebody loves somebody else that much, but does not want to talk about it. And it is sad, okay? But there's nothing you can do. I'm a prime example of that. Move forward and focus that internal love, that unconditional love that you have for somebody else. Stop doing it for yourself. Stop doing it for yourself. Okay? I don't feel bad that my story went down that way, because I am who I am because of how my story went down. So take that love that you have so strongly for somebody else and give it to yourself. If you can give it to somebody else that's not even giving you jack shit back, that's a problem. And I still loved my twin so much. I still told my twin I fell in love with him through text. Not because it was easier, because it was the only way we could communicate, because he didn't want to communicate. Okay? So don't think for 1 second, I don't know what you guys are going through. I know how to get you out of this type of situations. And it's to benefit you, nobody else but you. Okay? So take that love that you just gave to somebody else that doesn't even want it and give it back to the one person that deserves it. Your own soul deserves that love. So give it back to you. Okay. So I love you guys. I'll probably be back in a little while. I'm going to do just a couple random reads and whatever it is they want me to talk about. I'll break the story down and I'll tell you what the story is all about. And at the end of the story, I'll pull you some advice cards and I'll pull you some divine cards, what the divine wants you to know. And that's it, okay? Because they're going to be deep, which is fine. But when they're deep like that, I want to try to keep it simple so you're looking at the bigger picture. So we must have a lot of newbies watching again, okay? Which is fine. Welcome, welcome, all my little freshies, all my little newbies. All right, but chances are my newbies have gotten to a solid point because I tell a story. So I guarantee a lot of these newbies are exactly where my ones that have been with me for a year. Okay, we're kind of all on the same stage. But I kind of know what's coming. And I got a couple different groups, but I'm going to be able to incorporate. It's nice. Court got creative. The divine got creative with court. That's because I stopped sitting in a sandbox. Okay? I picked the sand up. So, give that love back to you. All right? Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling sorry for other people. That's called pity. Don't pity someone else. Don't judge somebody else. Okay? We never know what other people are going through. Just worry about yourself. Okay? No time for playing games no more. When you need to start de-weeding people off your Facebook, your Instagram, fucking start getting rid of them. Okay? Start getting rid of them. Do you know I had somebody on my Facebook last night, for example? I had somebody on my Facebook for a good 10 years. I haven't talked to her in a couple of years. And there was a picture of some woman, and she was just posted against, it was like a selfie, and she was posted against a barn door, and she was really feeling good about herself. And she, she wasn't the prettiest person, okay? But like, she was really feeling good about herself. And somebody on my Facebook commented and said, with one comment, what would you say about this picture? Like, she was just like, I can't believe she thought she looked good or something. And there was 12 comments, and I unfollowed her and blocked her. But before I did that, I literally wrote, what is wrong with all you people right now? Because people were writing like, puke, I could do this and I can do that. I said, What is wrong with all you people right now judging somebody else's photo, laughing at somebody else's expense? I said, because I guarantee if she was to see this feed, you would have just broke her heart. So I was like, I was baffled. And so when I wrote that, she reached out through Messenger because I blocked her on Facebook because I don't have time for that shit. Like, she was like a friend, you know, but I just haven't talked to her in a while. And I don't know if it's just the growth between me that I've had, but like, I blocked, then I blocked her on Messenger. Like, sorry, like, I have nothing to say to you. Like, what you just did disgusted me. You're a grown ass adult. So it's like, I'm trying to teach you guys, like, you don't have time for that shit. You don't need people in your lives like that. You don't need people on your feeds like that. You want people that are going to uplift you. And if you got people like that, you know, then some of you don't even need your social media. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And then you see someone's feed and it's like, all right, so that's the true you? That you just, and not to mention that you just had 12 friends feed into your own bullshit. So now you got 12 fake friends that are on the bandwagon with you. Grow the F up. Okay, like somebody never learned their sandbox rules. You know, so it's like, oh my God, you know, so take care of you. You. Don't worry about what other people think. Like, it's so mind-blowing. From this day forward, walk through the void. Walk through the gate. Stop sitting in it. Stop sitting in it, because your first card out was a blank slate. Okay? So, I love you guys so much. I'm going to get these reads out because I'm already choosing decks. And I'll probably come back and yap with you a little later and tell you about the reads and which ones you guys are going to want to purchase. Okay? But I love you guys. It was just a little side story I wanted to share with you because it's a really important time for you to give that love back to you where it belongs. Okay? So have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll be back in a little while, okay? My daughter's calling anyway, so I gotta answer that. I love you guys.